Um, my name is ThoraGuinn. I'm a member of Rainbow Artists. Rainbow Artists has been in Albuquerque and other cities close by for some 20 years. Is that right? And I'm honored to be a founding member. There are two others I can think of right today. Judith, uh, Judith, see, there it goes. I can't think of her last name. Kidd, thank you. Judith Kidd and Lonnie Ann Fredman. I don't think I've missed anybody. By now I'm really very old, and I've had a long life and an exciting life. I'm married to ThoraGuinn, who for a long time was a professor at UNM in mathematics, a field that I have not the faintest idea of how it works, but nevertheless he does. And also at one point in our lives, we traveled a good deal. And I think it was traveling in Mexico that did inspire me to learn how to do some art. You realize that I have been for a good part of my life a very political person. I'm a Democrat, and I was a member of the California Democratic Council. People fairly old, like I am, will remember that it was a very ongoing, exciting group. And in it, we learned a lot about politics and about people and how to relate to getting things done that we would like to have done. And so relating that politics in Mexico, there are a lot of political artists in Mexico, as you undoubtedly know that. One of my favorites was Orozco, and I looked at a lot of his work. It's astonishing sometimes. You go into these churches and there'll be a huge portrait that you're just looking right up into. And I thought how exciting it was to put down in a permanent way your feelings about politics. So, going back to my own life outside of traveling, during the latter part of Ted's career at UNM, he decided that the pension that he would get in retiring was not a great deal of money. It wasn't hard to decide that. So before he retired, he decided to open a wine business. So there wasn't a lot of good wine in New Mexico, in Albuquerque, not even in Santa Fe at that time. So Ted and I went to California to find wineries that we would like to bring in. And we did very well. We got quite a few wineries, and we got a little business going, and it grew and it grew. And so we had that business for 10 years, and I worked in it every day, sometimes on weekends. It was fun. It was exciting. Got to meet a lot of people, drank a lot of wine, learned a lot about wine business. It was also very demanding. And after 10 years, I was pretty tired of it. So we sold it. And fortunately for me, I guess, Ted's very fond of me, or he would have been very irritated because he still loved it and he still wanted it. But he agreed that we could sell it. And after we sold it, I thought, I want to do something just completely for myself. And so I heard about a small group of women that was forming to to make a collective art group. And I went to that, and that was about 1990. And here were a lot of eager women, some of them really quite good artists and quite irritated because they felt that they couldn't get into galleries readily. And so we did come together to form this group that I'd started out telling you about, Rainbow Artists. And it grew, and it grew, and it did some very nice things. One of the things that we insisted was that we wanted women of all kinds, of all generations, of all ethnic groups. And so we solicited Black women and the Hispanic women and Indian women. But Rainbow Artists continues. We continue to get women who do various kinds of artwork, and we hang beautiful shows. And I'm still a member, and I still work in the group. And it's been a great blessing to me.